this considered safe for Christmas? Look at him! He's a monster!
Well, hello there, one and all. You're looking especially lovely today, unless you have a man bun. In which case, ignore that statement. With 2015 coming to a close and some of you getting time off over the holiday season, what better way to spend it than sitting in front of the TV with your favourite box sets or shows you didn't get to catch up on this year and tucking into the remains of your selection box? Except for the fudge. No one likes the fudge. No one. But what to watch? There's been so much gorgeous stuff both on TV and online. Where do you begin? Well, to give you a Santa's little helping hand, here are my top 5 favourite TV shows of 2015. These are shows that were broadcast in their entirety in 2015. So they're either returning series or brand new shows that kicked off this year. They have to have started and begun in 2015. And most importantly, they're my picks, right? My personal choices for top 5. So if you agree, great. If you disagree, great. That's fine. No one is right and no one is wrong. Unless you have a man bun, and then you're always wrong. Number 5. Enjoy being creeped out whilst having a good laugh at the same time? Then you need to take a look inside number 9. An anthology series of quirky, sweet, and terrifying tales. The show, from the twisted minds of Steve Pemberton and Reece Shearsmith, features a slew of excellent guest stars, as well as the duo themselves, in a selection of stories that this year took us through a witch hunt, a call centre worker's toughest night, the tensest birthday party a nana could ask for, and a ghostly seance that turns out to be way more than meets the eye. Hands down, the highlight of the series is the 12 Days of Christine, episode 2 starring Sheridan Smith. It had me bawling like a baby more than once. And the best part about all this, its anthology framework means that you don't have to start somewhere, you can just pick up any episode and give it a go. And I urge you to do that. To tell you anything more about the stories is to ruin them. Don't spoil it for yourself beforehand. Go in cold. And also, they're making a brand new series. We get another series in 2016. Bring it on. Number 4. Cucumber and Banana. Okay, I admit it, I'm cheating here a little bit with 2 shows, but hear me out. Cucumber focuses mostly on Henry and Lance, a couple who hit a pretty difficult crossroads in their relationship. Henry's midlife crisis begins to affect everyone around him, from friends to colleagues to family, in this funny, heartfelt, and sometimes uncomfortably real drama from Russell T Davies, the marvellous man behind Queer as Folk, The Second Coming, and the Doctor Who revival. Oh, for those who've already seen it, here's a little party trick. 2 words that'll make you sad instantly. Episode 6. Banana happens alongside Cucumber and is an anthology series about the LGBT youth living in and around Manchester. Characters from the main show appear in this spin-off, although it's a show of its own in its own right, as well as a host of new faces, and the scripts, written by Russell and several others, are superb, as is the casting. Now, even though Banana is a separate show, the way they were broadcast back in the spring was Cucumber on Channel 4, then immediately afterwards Banana on E4, plus the bonus series Tofu, which is a documentary series, which you'll find online probably. But I always find that's the best way to watch Cucumber and Banana. They can be watched on their own, in their own right. You could box set both series in one go as its own series. But I always find that Cucumber, Banana is the best way to devour this. Which is a little difficult in the box set. Means you've got to keep taking discs out or put them in like a console and a DVD player or whatever. But it is worth it. And also, if you get the box set, it comes with the short film Screwdriver, which my mate Kel's in. Hi, Kel!
Number 3.
Jessica! Oh boy, this was such a relief. When I read the Marvel Max book Alias back in the day, I always wondered why no one had tried to get it on the small screen. It was a superhero story that wasn't quite a superhero story, and with little to no need for big flashy special effects. Well, after an attempted adaptation for ABC, the gritty, violent world of Jessica Jones found its perfect place among the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Netflix lineup. Kristen Ritter plays the titular ex-superhero turned hard-drinking private investigator in this 13-part series that sees her tackle a sadistic sicko from her past and learn to finally open up to her friends and family in the process. It's a Marvel fan's dream as far as I'm concerned, because we finally get live-action versions of Jessica herself, as well as Luke Cage, whose own show debuts on Netflix in 2016, and the delightfully dastardly Kilgrave, the Purple Man, as played by the one and only David Tennant.
Let's make it really crazy. Everybody fold. Oh, I guess that makes me the winner. And me with a deuce and a 7.
This ain't no Avengers, kiddies, so brace yourself for a series of graphic scenes, both violent and sexual. And keep your eyes peeled for a series of Marvel Easter eggs along the way. There's a plethora of them scattered throughout the show. Now, as cool as Jessica Jones was, and as great as her series was, another hero from Hell's Kitchen trumped her to the second spot. Number 2. The Man Without Fear finally gets the adaptation that he deserves. As Marvel kicked off their Netflix spin-off Marvel Cinematic Universe, whatever, with this 13-part season, there was a perfect way to waft away the stink of the Ben Affleck movie. Even if I kind of like that film. Don't judge me. The show tells the story of Matt Murdock and Foggy Nelson as they start their own law firm in New York during the day, whilst at night, Matt, using his lack of sight yet superhumanly powered other senses, delivers a more direct type of justice to criminals and scumbags as the devil of Hell's Kitchen.
I hear things.
You know what they call stuff like that? Gifts. I'm gonna train you. Use it.
Grim, realistic in its tone and delivery, this was refreshing to see amongst the light-hearted fare of the MCU so far. This show was an all-day marathon for me when it first arrived, and not a single hour of it, not 1 hour, felt underwhelming. If you think you can stomach the darker side of the MCU, give this one a go before moving on to Jessica Jones. It's worth it. The show's biggest triumph? Marvel's first truly brilliant villain, Wilson Fisk. Vincent D'Onofrio's performance alone solidified this show's place in my top 5. He's the type of scary, complex bad guy that we've been dying to see, and has an arc as interesting as Daredevil's himself, if not more so.
If he had an iron suit or a magic hammer, that would explain why you keep getting your asses handed to you.
You may have noticed a bit of a theme in all my picks so far. They're all quite dark and gritty and uncomfortable to get through. Well, nil you fret. It's time to lighten the mood. My number 1 pick for my favourite show of 2015 had its twisted moments, probably more than the rest in the list, but I've not laughed at anything else as much this year. Number 1 is... Wubba lubba dub dub! Rick and Morty Season 2 knocked it out of the goddamn park! I never thought that another science fiction show would grab me this way, let alone a science fiction show that is cleverly written, yet strangely still gross and inappropriate. If you're not familiar with Rick and Morty, it's probably because, like me, you live in the UK and it's really hard to find where to watch it. It's basically like Marty and Doc Brown if the former was really nervous and the latter was a drunken arsehole. Now, the concepts in this show are insane, incredible. Season 1 gave us gold. Season 2 got swifty.
This head won't go away until Earth shows them it's got a hit song.
Sanchez, are you a musician?
I dabble, Mr. President. Oh yeah, you gotta get swifty.
What other show on television would be crazy enough to give us an episode set in a universe, inside a bigger universe, inside a bigger universe, that all actually takes place in a car battery? Or a story in which, thanks to a parasitic alien life form that inserts itself into people's homes by psychically convincing them that they've always been a part of the family, there are suddenly over 100 new characters, and we watch our protagonists kill them off, one by one, in an attempt to narrow it down to the original 5 main cast members.
Tiny Rick!
The annoying part about this being my number 1 pick is that I have no definitive answer on where you can watch it. In the States, they've got season 1 and 2 on Blu-ray and DVD, so if you've got a region-free DVD player, buy it, get it over here. But for the rest of us, over here, nada, zip, zilch, the big goose egg. Your best bet is to keep an eye on Fox, the Fox channel, or look out on Virgin On Demand. Sometimes it pops up on there, but that's about it. Unless you have an American cable login for adultswim.com, where all the episodes are available. If you don't have that, you may have to adult swim across the Atlantic, if you know what I mean. Worth it though for a show featuring Mr. Poopy Butthole. He's just sorry that you didn't have any bad memories of him. And that is it for my top 5 favourite shows of 2015. Do you agree? Disagree? Let me know in the comments below. Tell me what your selections would be. Mr. Robot, Supergirl, Doctor Who, whatever your top 5 are, tell me about it. And if you really don't agree with my selection, hate it even, screw you. I don't care. You're not my mum. And your man bun looks stupid.
Thanks for watching, please come again. If you subscribe, I'll be your friend. But not really, 'cause that'd be weird.
I can taste your soul.